Hello, everyone. This is the start of Beaux Playz Podcast, and I'm just going to start by saying that this is something new. You haven't missed any episodes. This is the first one. I am going to be talking about one of my favourite horror films, The Shining. I really love The Shining. It's such a good horror film with a good antagonist. We all know who that is. I love The Shining. What I've got to say about it, it's one of the most iconic horror films, one of the most quotable horror films, and I hope you got your cup of tea in the Shining mug, like you're about to see in this picture if it ever appears. So basically, The Shining, I love it. It's such a good horror film. Got a good twist. I guess you could call it a twist. Yeah. I don't think it's not that scary, unless you're like 10 or whatever. But I don't think it's that scary. I think it's really good. Good antagonist. Danny, he's cool. Everyone's cool in The Shining. The kills, there are only 2 kills. Which is a bummer, because I thought there'd be more, considering it's a horror film and there's like 5 kills in a horror movie. But oh well. Here's Johnny, very quotable line, which I love. But yeah, The Shining, yeah. I was thinking of making this like an hour long, but I don't really know what to say about The Shining. I really love it. I think it's the best it could ever be. One of my favourite films, yeah. I don't know what more to say, really. This is awkward. Oh, God. I don't really know what to say anymore. Because, like, The Shining, I don't know what more to say about The Shining. It's fun. It's beautiful. It's kind of gory. I mean, not really. The kills aren't gory, but if anyone's seen the film The Blood Elevator, I guess you could say that's gory. But, yeah. And, yeah, I mean, the kills are good. I don't think there are any bad kills. I think the kills are good, I forgot that character's name that gets hit by the axe. That guy that gets hit by the axe. That's cool. And Jack gets frozen to death, which signals his end, I guess. His demise, his downfall. Yeah. Yeah, this is, I don't know how long this is. Right now, I was thinking to make this an hour long, but I don't know what to talk about. Yeah. It's fun. Yeah. I'm sorry, this is awkward and stuff, but it's really awkward. This, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry that it's awkward. Should I also talk about the sequel as well, Dr. Sleep? Oh, and yeah, to be fair, I haven't read the books. I haven't read the Stephen King books. I'm sorry. I've only watched the films. Anyway, Dr. Sleep, that is great. I love Dr. Sleep and The Shining. They're like really good horror films. Mike Flanagan, who directs Dr. Sleep, I think he's one of my favourite horror directors of this past decade. I think he's amazing. Hush, well, that's a brilliant film that I'll probably talk about sometime. What else has he done? Haunting of Hill House. I've watched that. That's brilliant. Bly Manor. Has he done that? I don't know if he directed that, but that's also cool. Mike Flanagan is like so cool. Directed Doctor Sleep. And Danny having to move on with the trauma. Him using the shining. Yeah. It's so cool and awesome. And I just think that both films are incredible. Incredibly directed by Stanley Kubrick, who directed The Shining, and Mike Flanagan, who directed Doctor Sleep. Yeah. Now you're probably going to ask, what villain do I prefer? And who do I prefer? Jack Torrance. Sorry, Rose the Hat, I'm sorry. But I just prefer Jack Torrance, and I think a lot of people, like a lot of people, will prefer Jack Torrance because he is more iconic, isn't he? He's more iconic, more quotable. But, Rose the Hat isn't a bad villain. I think she's powerful in the sense that she can kick Danny's ass. So, I guess, yeah. She, manipulates. Manipulation is a good thing to have if you're a villain. And the fact that she's kind of a vampire, I don't know what she is, but she, takes the steam out of people. I don't know what that is. I don't know what category of villain that would be, but, you do you, Rose. Yeah, I think she's cool. What death do I prefer more? Now, I'm going to be honest. The villain's death, I'm going to prefer Rose's, because Rose the Hat's death, I prefer, because basically, if you haven't seen, then spoilers, she, all the shining ghosts and stuff, kill her. And I feel like that's more powerful to show her demise, her death being that the shining kills her. I think that's really cool. I mean, Jax isn't bad. He gets frozen alive. Yeah, that's not bad at all. I think that's a good death. They both deserve to die one way or another. Yeah, I don't know if they'll do a Shining 3 or Doctor Sleep 2, whatever. And I hope they don't, because they kind of finished the story, haven't they? They wouldn't have anything to continue, I think. So, yeah. I really, really love The Shining. And I really love Doctor Sleep. What's the better movie? You're probably going to ask, and I'm probably going to say The Shining. Actually, no, I am going to say The Shining because it's just more quotable and iconic, like I've said a million times already. And you're probably bored of me saying. But I wanted to make this an hour long, and I don't want to be silent for an hour. Yeah. That's fun, isn't it, guys? Doing the podcast and you haven't got a script, so you don't know what to say or do. It's so fun. Yeah. And this is also my first podcast, and yeah, and I need to edit it. And today is actually Wednesday the 30th. So it's basically Christmas tomorrow. No, what am I on about? It's December tomorrow. The 1st of December. And I am excited as all hell for Christmas. Yeah. Now you're probably going to ask me, Beau, when are you going to do podcasts? Are you going to do them every day, every week? Now, my answer is I don't really know when I'm going to do a podcast and when I'm not. So it's going to have to depend, but I'd probably do it either in the week or the weekend. Either a weekday after school, unless I'm ill and I can do it in the day, or on a weekend. I just don't know. Possibly, don't get your hopes up, but possibly Fridays or Saturdays or Sundays. So I know you've got little notebooks that you write all my videos down for and when to expect them. Expect podcast episodes either Fridays, Saturdays or Sundays. I'm only doing mine on the 30th. This is the only special one. I'm starting this on a Wednesday, and just because it's the first one. And what was it? I'm doing something this weekend, so I wouldn't be able to upload my podcast. So this is why I'm only doing it today. But yeah, expect it Fridays, Saturdays, or Sundays. Not every Friday. So not like this Friday, not this Saturday, not this Sunday. But like, so 1 week, expect it to be Friday. And the other week after that, expect it to be Saturday. And the week after that, expect it to be Sunday. I'm going to do it in order like that. And I'm basically just going to talk about horror and my life and things I love and games and, whatever. And I'll even post stuff on my channel to say, look, guys, what you want me to talk about. And I'll do a poll and you can decide, or I can just start a caption contest and you guys can decide from there. But yeah, I could do like DC, for instance, or Marvel. Because yeah, I heard that DC's getting better and the MCU is in shambles. That's what I've seen on TikTok anyway. But personally, I don't want to talk about something not related to horror. Alright? I don't. I'm saving the Marvel and DC discussion for another podcast episode. Alright? Because this time I just need to talk about The Shining. Background. I only know it from the back. Right. This is really hard to explain. I've seen the film, yes, but I've only seen the behind the scenes from the kill count. James Ingenese. Go subscribe to him, by the way. His name's Deb Meat. Subscribe to him. He's like my favourite YouTuber. Anyway, getting back to it. I basically saw on that videos behind the scenes. Some of The Shining can be related to the Holocaust. Another thing that it could be that the director actually helped fake the moon landing in 1969, which I thought was a cool thing. Because I don't know how a director's going to do that, but what else was there? Oh, genocide, native genocide as well, apparently. Yeah, I mean, that's some weird stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why I'm going really silent now. This is awkward. Isn't it, guys? I don't know why I'm going so silent for. Come on, bro, get back into it. But yeah, I love The Shining. I think it's my favourite horror and my favourite film of all time. Oh, and yeah, do you guys also want to know what I'm going to be talking about this year? Right, so next week's episode, which will be coming out on Friday, hopefully, if I'm not ill or whatever, that should be... I'm going to put a poll on a YouTube post. I'm going to let you decide. Now, it could either be Marvel, DC, Star Wars, or another horror film. I'm going to put a poll up and see what you guys talk about. And yes, now you're probably going to ask, when are you reacting to the Andor's TV show? It's already out. And my answer to that is, I don't know. Alright, I originally planned it to be as soon as it finished. But now I just don't know anymore. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. If I don't get around to doing Andor, then I could probably, hopefully, do Mandalorian Season 3 when that releases in February, I believe. Is that right? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed me discussing this, and I want to know your opinion now. What's your favourite horror film? No, what one do you prefer? The Shining or Doctor Sleep? If you have seen it, by the way. Yeah. Yeah. I only asking if you've seen it. But if you haven't, then don't answer that question and go watch the film. Yeah. Should I end it here, guys? I don't want to end it here because I feel like there's more to say. But then, yeah, I don't want to end it because I feel like it's a bit too soon. I haven't done this for an hour and I want to do it for an hour and a half. I want to make this like a really long podcast. Pardon me, guys. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry that I just burped on air. Oh, my days. Oh, I burped on podcast. That's just fun, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Do you want to have a little break, guys? Do you want to, just sip your cup of teas or whatever? Or your Coca-Cola or your Sprite or whatever drinks and snacks you got? Yeah. Do you want me to take a break for a minute? Because, yeah. I don't want it to be awkward, though. Yeah. So, little break. Right, I'm back again. I know that was, a short time of being awkward, but I'm sorry. Anyway, I am back. I just really hope this does well. If this doesn't do well in, a week's time, then I might just not do this. I really hope this goes well. Because, yeah, I want this to go well. I want you viewers to enjoy my podcast episodes. Yeah. I hope you guys, yeah. Also, make sure you actually decide in the poll what I should do. Whether I should do a Star Wars whether next week I should do Star Wars, Marvel, DC, or another horror. I do not mind. Or, I haven't even thought about it, I've only just thought about it now. Or a video game. Or you know what, whatever you want. I do not mind. Whether it's about my school, then I can try and talk to you about that in my private life. If I feel comfortable with telling you guys, of course. I've got to keep some things private and some things not, But, yeah, pretty much, yeah, just whatever you guys want, I can try and tell you. Yeah. Man. I just can't believe that I'm on 105 subscribers. I'm sorry. I just don't know what to say more about The Shining other than it's one of the best horror films out there. One of the best 80s movies you could watch out there. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's another thing as well. If you guys want me to talk about music, I mean, I don't mind. Or actors in general, now I'm trying to think. Jack Nicholson, that was it. Yeah. If you want me to talk about people like Jack Nicholson or Ewan McGregor, who played Danny in Doctor Sleep and whatever. I don't mind. Whatever you guys want, I'll decide. Yeah. If you want me to talk about Ari Aster, the guy who directed Hereditary and Midsummer, which I've watched both of them, and they fucking they traumatized me for life. Literally. From Midsummer, I watched Midsummer, and it's disturbing. Then I wouldn't say they're that scary. I mean, they could be. They are quite, but I was literally so disturbed from them. Yeah, it's disturbing. But, yeah, literally. Oh, yeah, and if you want me to, I can try and add the photo of how I watched The Shining, like what DVD I got. I got it from HMV in the UK. I don't want to say where, because then my fans in England might start stalking me, and I hope you don't. But yeah, I got it in a HMV in England, the UK, and I want to ask the world, hey world, or people that watch me from around the world, if you do you have a HMV in your country? Like, I know there are some Americans that watch me. Do you have HMV or not? I'm just prying, really. I'm just wondering, because I only know that there's a HMV in the UK. And, yeah. So, it's quite interesting to see if you guys have a HMV in your home? What am I on about? In your in your town, in your city, in your country. Yeah. And yeah. Oh yeah, you can buy The Shining from. You can rent The Shining on. What was it? YouTube, I think. You can basically rent or buy The Shining on YouTube, Rakuten. You could get it on DVD for Christmas, who knows. You can get it on Amazon Prime, rent it or buy it or whatever. And yeah, I'm pretty much now just telling you how the options to buy it. This is so fun. I should probably leave it there for my first ever podcast. Actually, I'll just wait until it gets to past, because it's 29. I'll wait until it's past. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed Beaux Playz Podcast. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you very soon. Well, next week. Goodbye, guys.